Hi guys and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today I am very excited. One, because the product I'm going to be showing you is... these products just keep getting better and better. No joke, this is insane. And two, I've got another giveaway announcement and it's all coming up. Hi guys, it's ASBYT and welcome back to a brand new video. Like I said, today we've got two massive bits of information. One is a product which is insane. No joke, it is one of the best things I've ever seen. Literally ever seen. It's better than when Neil Armstrong actually put the first foot on the moon. This... it's definitely probably not, to be honest. Unless you're one of those people who believes that that's a conspiracy. Let me know in the comment section below if you think it is. I do love a good conspiracy. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, one thing, this product is amazing. I'm going to get straight to it. I'm going to unbox it. I'm going to run through all of the features. And of course, I'm going to run benchmark tests and things like that. And two, we have the giveaway announcement from a few weeks ago. I will do a screenshot now of the actual video that I did it in. It was where I reviewed some software. And I also announced that there was a 1 terabyte Seagate hard drive that I was going to be giving away. Well, the sponsor of that video were actually giving it away. So the winner of that will be announced in 3, 2, 1. So congratulations, I hope you do enjoy that when it arrives. If you message me your information, I will send it to them and they will then send you the product. I've got one more quick bit of information regarding the main giveaway for the month of July, which was this Android tablet. I left some instructions on one video. I'm going to include this video as well as that video in terms of getting this. So all you have to do in order to enter this giveaway for the end of this month, like and share this video, subscribe and hit the notification button on this channel. See my second channel, do exactly the same on there, subscribe and hit the notification button there. And that's it. I will be selecting one random winner and I will be shipping this bad boy out to you. Bad boy, I've said it again. Stop saying bad boy. It's a bad girl, if anything. She's a she. Don't know. Now, here to the main point of this video, and I'm so excited to be unboxing the Oneplus 5, which, from all accounts, I did a review on the XIAOMI Mi 6, which many people thought was the best budget, flagship phone around at this moment in time. But so many people were so excited about the launch of this, which got launched about 3 weeks ago. Managed to get my hands on it like I promised. Put my SIM card in. I've had a play around with it, and it is awesome. And it is for those who want the highest specs at a budget price. It is another absolute stonker. Stonker! So, I'm going to flip the camera, we're going to unbox it, and then I'm going to jump on and I'm going to show you exactly what happens, and then I'm going to run through the specs and where you can get it from, including price, including benchmarks as well. Let's go. Why do the sound effects? Just do that. Okay, so here is the beast in front of you. It is the Oneplus 5 smartphone, and it is literally incredible. I will just show you the box before we delve in. As you can see here on the sides, you have dual camera clearer photos. There's a little clue for what you find inside. It's a fairly plain looking box. Obviously you've got the logo and you've got the 5 there. This is of course the latest from the OnePlus range. And then on the back you've got some Chinese writing, but you've also got, as you can see here, one of the big things, 128 gigabytes of storage. There is no SD card that you can put in, but of course having 128 gigs of storage, that is pretty good. I don't think for a phone you're going to need much more than that, and that's even for you guys that are, media streaming. That's for you guys who are downloading everything, for you guys who are taking lots of photos and videos. That is quite a lot of storage, personally anyway. You may beg to differ, but I think that's pretty decent. And of course this is one big motto here, created together with our fans. They are very, very clued up on, listening to the consumer's advice, and they do tend to see what works, see what doesn't, and they do tend to alter it due to feedback. So that is a very good thing from this product. So we're going to slide that off there, and as you can see, you're greeted with this phone here. Now it's got a few fingerprints on because obviously I've been testing it, but straight away we're just going to clip that off. So this is the phone, as you can see here, and it is just, there's a few things that it's doing at the moment in the background, just sort of, updating WhatsApp and all that lot, you know the trials and tribulations of changing phones. But having said that, this is very easy to do. You just tap the back if you're using NFC from your other phone. So I had all my stuff on the Xiaomi Mi 6 and I literally just popped the two together like that, and it did actually just send all my stuff across onto the OnePlus 5, which is a good handy tool, and it runs through all the instructions for you, so you don't have to worry about knowing how to do that. And here we are. So first thing to know is the actual look of the phone. We're going to get straight into that. For me personally, it isn't the most aesthetically pleasing phone you're going to find. It is slightly dated with the chin and the forehead, but of course, for the specs and stuff which we're going to get into, you can let that slide for the price. On the back you have this sticker which we'll just take off, and as you can see here, there's another one little thing to take off. In many of my videos, I mention how I do love matte black, and look at that, matte black finish. So you're not going to get fingerprints or anything like that. It is a glorious looking back, in my personal opinion, with, of course, the dual cameras, which we'll get to. It is just, of course, the front, which I think they could have done better on in terms of aesthetics. I love the infinity displays. Now, the operating system is Oxygen OS, which is based on Android 7.1.1. So it is the latest Android, but it has its own sort of skin over the top, like you would find with Samsung with TouchWiz, like you'd find with the Xiaomi products with MIUI. I'm kind of indifferent about Oxygen OS. It is more similar to stock Android than TouchWiz, for example. I still would personally prefer just stock Android, but a lot of these companies do tend to put their own thing on it, just to be a bit individual, which I don't blame them for, because I do like individuality. I just like how stock works and feels. But like I said, it is closer to stock than a lot of skins. Of course, you've got your app drawer there. If you swipe to the right-hand side, you can add different widgets on here, like news feeds and things like that, like a lot of the phones do. I've taken all the widgets off other than the memo one at the top. I quite like the fact that I can add, like a memo to it and just a little note for me if I need to. But as you can see here, you can add things at the bottom. Recent contacts, recent apps, widgets, things like that if you want to. So in terms of the display, it is a 5.5-inch display. So it's Full HD, 1920 by 1080 pixels. So it's not a 4K screen. And that is one of the ways they can bring the price down straight away. But again, like I mentioned in a lot of my reviews, including the Xiaomi Mi 6, I beg to differ at this moment in time on such a small screen compared to a TV, for example. You'd to notice the difference between 4K and 1080p. You don't see any pixels with this. It is just a very, very clear screen. So as an example, if we went into Kodi, for example, as you can see, it loads up and it just works. And you'll understand why when you actually look at the specs of this bad boy. I've said it again. Stop saying bad boy. I have watched content on this phone on Kodi, and due to the specs of this, it is far superior to watching it. Obviously, in terms of the bigger screen, it's better on your TV. But in terms of devices, I would go as far as saying it is the best device I've used for media streaming outside of maybe an Nvidia Shield, in terms of what you get, because although it's a smaller screen, the specs are so good, everything just works. It's great. It is also an AMOLED display, so of course, for you guys who aren't sure about AMOLED display, it basically means that the blacks are far deeper, they're far truer, and of course, when there is a black screen, so even that clock dial there, see the clock dial there, which is black, that means those pixels are completely turned off. So in terms of battery saving, it's absolutely superb, because if you have a black wallpaper, for example, it barely takes any energy in terms of the screen, so your battery will last a lot longer with an AMOLED display than it would with a display that wasn't AMOLED. Just going through a few things, you've got your power button on the side, you've got your SIM eject there. On the other side, you've got your volume rocker here, and this is absolutely brilliant. It's similar to iPhones where you have the button that clicks between silent and loud. This has 3 settings, so at the moment it's on silent. We flick to the middle, it goes to do not disturb. Flick once again, it goes to ring. So you can have 3 different settings all at the flick of a button, which I think is a really handy tool. And I'm surprised other manufacturers, I'm surprised that a lot of those don't actually include something similar, because it is a really great tool on this phone. We go to the bottom, and as you can see, for a lot of people at the moment, we have a headphone jack, and it's on the bottom. So for me, I hate the headphone jacks when they're on the top. It is on the bottom, which is great. And of course, you have a USB Type-C charging port, and your speaker. Now, your speaker is only one, it's not dual, which I would, again, dual speakers would be great. But of course, because of that, you have that ability of the headphone jack. And due to the volume that comes out of that speaker, you can take it from me, the volume from that is a beast. It is so loud. I very rarely even go over half, because it is that loud. In terms of the sound quality, again, like with a lot of things, it's slightly tinny when you get right to the top, but due to the sound volume that comes out, you very rarely need to get that far up. So in terms of the SIM tray here, you do have a dual SIM capacity. It doesn't have, like I mentioned, the additional SD card slot. It is Bluetooth 5.0 as well, so that's another really good thing about this phone. Fingerprint sensor is an absolute beast, so what we'll do is we'll turn it off, and then you just put your hand on it, on. Like, I can choose my finger, I can do any angle, it just comes on. It works absolutely brilliantly. I'm even turning it as I'm doing it and it still comes on. It works absolutely flawlessly. One of the best fingerprint sensors I've used. And I know I've said that about the Xiaomi Mi 6, which was a great one as well, but this one is right up there as well. The Xiaomi Mi 6, just to give you an example of the sizes between the two phones in case you were looking to, you know, compare them. I will do a full video like I said, but as you can see, the Xiaomi Mi 6 is shorter, similar width. The Xiaomi Mi 6, even though it's slightly smaller, is a heavier phone. So if you're into a lighter phone, go with the Oneplus. If you want a smaller phone, go with the Xiaomi Mi 6. But they are, you know, the two best budget smartphone flagships around at the moment, bar none. But yeah, just going back to the fingerprint sensor absolutely flawlessly. Just one thing to note, as you can see there, it does automatically come with a screen protector, which I think is a really handy tool. A lot of phones don't do it. It really surprises me because it's really easy for them to do, and it's a good, handy tool for you, so you don't have to worry about scratching it. Doesn't come with a back though, which of course the Xiaomi Mi 6 did. It came with this silicone case, which I thought was a handy idea. I would like to see a case that comes standard with the shipping of the OnePlus 5, because again, a lot of people won't use it until they get one. Now, one advantage over the Xiaomi Mi 6, both very similar specs, but for UK customers, especially on O2, if we just turn off the Wi-Fi, as you can see, it flicks straight to 4G. Now, the Xiaomi Mi 6 frequency doesn't support, even the global version, doesn't support the frequency 800, which of course O2 uses for 4G. So the maximum you can get if you're on O2 in the UK is H+, which is better than 3G, but not 4G. Still works really, really quickly, the internet, when you're out of the house on H+, because of the specs of the phone, it's a beast. But if you want 4G, OnePlus 5, bam, 4G compatible straight away, even for O2 customers. You are good to rock. Good to rock. Shut up. Now, the screen type is actually a 2.5D arc screen Corning Gorilla Glass, and of course, like I mentioned, it is a 5.5-inch display. Wireless connectivity is 2.4/5 GHz. This phone comes with 8 GB of RAM, which is just unreal for a phone. And of course, the big one at the moment, the processor is of course the Snapdragon 835, and it is the latest from Qualcomm. So at this moment in time, you're not going to get a better performing phone that uses a Snapdragon less than 835. It is the latest on the market, and it is an absolute stonker. I've said stonker twice in the video. Another big important point for a lot of people is of course the camera. And as you can see here, it's a really, really nice camera. It's got great functionality. You've of course got the double zoom due to the dual camera. You've also, because of the dual camera, got portrait mode as well. Portrait mode is basically it almost halos the individual that's in the photo, so it's great for headshots. It's great for, you know, just portrait pictures of humans or animals or anything like that, where you want, you know that nice clarity of the individual, but you want the background kind of blurred. It works absolutely great. And the actual dual camera on the back is a 20 and a 16 megapixel, and of course the front, which is quite rare for a front-facing camera, is 16 megapixels. So we'll just flip that round, and as you can see, this is a selfie camera, and it's an absolute, you know, it is a really, really great selfie camera. Obviously, the more I use this phone, the more I'll be able to test all of these different things, and I will, if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, for example, I will be adding more information as I go. If you want to follow me, it's ASB_YT, and of course, like I mentioned, I'll have lots more information and pictures and everything using this phone in the near future. Now, in terms of battery life, it supports a 3,300 milliamp battery, which is bigger than the OnePlus 3, but actually smaller by 100 of the OnePlus 3T, which was its predecessor. But of course, due to the efficiency of the Snapdragon 835, it roughly works out about the same as the OnePlus 3T. So you'll get a standard day's use. You know, obviously, if you're heavy hitting, you may have to give it a bit of juice late on in the evening, but you will still be able to get through pretty much a whole day with fairly heavy use on one charge. Now, the final bit of information for you guys is, of course, where you can get it from and the price. And we have it here. There's two different varieties. This is the most expensive variety. The one that I've been reviewing, the 8GB of RAM, 128GB of ROM, £452. And that's, of course, UK sterling. But like I said, there is a cheaper version as well. You get pretty much exactly the same specs. The only difference is you get 6GB of RAM and 64GB of ROM, and that is £382. So that is the best bang for your buck. Obviously, you lose storage, and of course you lose 2GB of RAM, but still 6GB of RAM on a phone with Snapdragon 835, not a small amount. So it's still an amazing phone for only £382. Absolutely incredible. I will of course leave this website link below so you can go through and check it out. There's also lots of different sales on at the moment as well. So even if you don't want that phone, you can go on and look for any other bits of technology or anything else like that. So that was my review of the OnePlus 5. I know a lot of you guys are into your tech, you're into media streaming and everything like that. This is one of the best phones, period, on the market, let alone the price. It is specs wise pretty much the best you can get, but for many of you the most important thing is of course price as well. And the price is absolutely epic. For what you get with this phone, it's incredible. In case you hadn't realised, I quite like this phone. Remember to like, share, subscribe and hit the notification button on this channel and my second channel. If you did enjoy the video and want to be entered into this month's giveaway of this Android tablet, I'm starting to get quite a few phones now as well. So probably next month's giveaway, August, is going to be a smartphone. So if you are interested in that, make sure you check out all of my videos because I tend to drop a giveaway when you least expect it, just to keep things fresh and keep things exciting. It's not exciting. Well, it is if you win a smartphone or an Android tablet. So, like I said, I hope you did enjoy the video. I've got loads of device reviews, app reviews, and of course, tutorials as well coming up. So make sure you stick around for them. I will see you in the next one. It says ASBYT, peace out. Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today we're talking about an app that a lot of you guys will already know about, but in the version 1.7.0, there is some integration that you might be interested in, including just punch the table. That really hurt.